still deal with action, boss?
Yeah, action.
Yeah, what action they do, eh?
One mix.
What action on that mix, eh?
Hello.
Security, you want action?
Mike can get action, man.
Hello.
Mike can get him available.
Action
Yeah.
as we playing mad by she action, killing out himself and tongue to do me, boy.
What is that, boy?
Action getting on there, tongue and tongue to do me.
Yeah.
So it started already? As I press start streaming?
Yeah.
That's all. Hold on.
I will lay it them still and see if you come, but that man could be on that too.
Yeah.
It's live on the YouTube there already?
Yeah.
So you're getting the link now?
Just search it on YouTube on your phone.
Let me know, yeah. Give me another chance, baby. Give me another chance, girl. Another try, just one blind, one more night. Give me just one more night, girl. One more night, 'cause I feel, yeah. Give me another chance, baby. Give me another chance, girl. Another try, just one blind, one more night. Give me just one more night, girl. One more night, 'cause I can't live without you. One more night, baby, give me one more night, girl. A million more nights, 'cause I can't sleep without you. Alright, 'cause every day me say me want you in my life. Come in now have to wake if you know the day by my side. I beg you apply, swallow me pride. Girl, me world so cold without you and me feelings can't hide. Girl, remember when you say you need me all day. Make love from the room to inna the hallway, girl. Me no really want to learn the hard way. Me no afraid to say please, girl, stay. One more night, give me just one more night. One more night, 'cause I can't live without you.
The first one will be your level. Good. Now,
Selector Jerry K.
Baby, give me another chance. Girl, another chance. Just one blind.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Give me just one more night. Girl, one
too loud. Agree one.
'Cause I can't live without you. One more night, baby, give me one more
Mic check,
night.
1 2 1 2.
A
Right.
million
Number 3 is the music.
more nights, 'cause I can't sleep without you. Alright, 'cause every day me say me want you in my life. Come in now have to wake if you know the day by my side. I beg you apply, swallow me pride. Girl, me world so cold without you and me feelings.
Peace and body where every good girl deserve. But I won't allow this girl to mess with my nerves. Blessed with figure, not to mention the girls. Show the honor of her eyes, she slowly observes.
Anytime she come around, something is about to go down.
Yeah.
Listen to the siren sound.
Nah,
wake up right now. 'Cause if I was to go to sleep,
check it.
Catch me dreaming.
Mic check 1 2.
Trouble always seem to follow me.
Let's go.
Follow me now. I tried to tell her no.
Good night, people. This is the voice of Young Verse alongside Selector Jerry K. We in the building tonight. Tonight we all in our vibes, you know.
Hey, me and my friends on the NZ, smoking sensi,
sipping on some, living up, oh God.
Living up, surrounded by fine ladies, dainty babies, rocking and jigging to songs of all ages. Living up, living up to all of my jiggers and my MCs.
Don't forget, tonight it's all about Men's Motivational Monday. We have a special guest inside the building tonight, Mr. Greenidge.
Girls pull me over, asking me what's up. Living up.
We going and talk the things tonight.
Living up. So we rolled along to Wendy's, parked her ride. She and her friends then stepped inside. Living up. much pain.
The question for tonight is, what can men do to better their community? Once again, the question for tonight is, what can men do to better their community? We have Mr. Greenage inside the studio tonight, and in a bit we are about to talk the things, man. Stay locked in.
Who knows, who knows, who knows, who knows? I just go where the trade wind blows, sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. To provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Really.
I say love is coming back, shining like a star. No matter where you are, I know love is always shining. And I got to let you know, one tell it to the world. It's when you know that love has gone and finally found a way. It's when you know it's love we've learned to share and learn to live. It's how you know that we have found our ways to work things out. It's when you know that
Jerry K.
will rain and there will be no doubts. No doubt. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yo.
Share my time, no one more God. Everything.
Somebody sing this tune for me now.
Deep in my heart, yeah, I see love tearing me apart, oh God, I see love. I'm holding it back, oh, the tears I've got, yeah, it's hurting so much, oh, I see love.
The most beautiful woman my eyes ever seen just walked into
My life.
beautiful woman my eyes ever seen. Say she wanna be my wife, the woman of my fantasies.
Jerry, the carnival season is start end, so you know we back to the normal program. Now we play some tune for we people.
Go if you want, girl, I won't stop you. You know I love you, but do what you have to. If ever you should go away, don't take my heart and leave it here.
Selected Jerry K.
I may not become insane. It takes a lot to be strong after all this pain. Oh, I am not the same. Girl, I don't know if I will fall in love again. The memories that remain, they keep haunting me again and again. Woman, pressure in constant strain. End up with a nightmare from a simple day. One night of passion to hear the day. Why is it so difficult to communicate? We don't need the problems to escalate. I would rather be elsewhere, isolate. Every man needs space to concentrate. To think for the future, cause life won't.
Hell up no fury like a lover's gone. It make you wish you were never born. Oh, yeah.
Ain't no fury like a lover's scorn. Make you wish you were never born. Ain't no fury like a lover's scorn. Wish you were never born.
You're stepping out on your own. Got a heart made of stone. Such a cold, cold girl. Hey, and what will my story be? Is there a future for me inside your cold, cold world? Hey, well, I heard but I could not believe it. You were out all night on the town. I would call your phone, home alone. You were nowhere around. I would wait like a child on his birthday. All of my waiting was in vain. Broke my heart, baby. The day you're gone left me. And if you never needed my love, why didn't you say so? Oh, hey. And if you wanted someone to play with, left or right. Just soldiers are come, left or right. Hey, ooh yeah, ah boy. And them say here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Sent by the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. I start recruit soldiers for Selassie army. Here comes trouble, here comes the danger. Welcome the Savior, welcome the Rasta youths. You're not for axes who are the general issue we now want.
Now in comes the musical theme from the King's Offspring, Jesse Lord.
Cha. Some people you're right, and them still choose to show you hate. Cha. Run them out of your yard. From them I play bad young, I them a backbiters. Hypocritical, two-sideless. We call them modern day Judas.
Shout some people logging in on the YouTube right now.
See where we are going. For our sake I make this plea. For the seeds some are sowing.
You see tonight.
And it's showing. It is going. Peace and love in any language will remain one and the same. Love in the world, no stoppage to the calling of your name. 'Cause it's worthy, Almighty. Let's all rejoice.
Who grateful for life?
El Shaddai, here and I, like a child, let us apply.
Winning without fighting is best. Lovers of war will perish.
I know.
Baby girl, I know that you were never in love with me. 'Cause it always a show. Every time I pass with me good friends again, girl, please let me know. So me coulda come out this misery. 'Cause I don't want my dreams to turn into nightmares.
Oh, baby, who do you want? Blaze all the thing you can make it inside. No me the road boy, you know me the ramp. Put you on front, woman know me where you want. So girl, me tell me who do you want? Blaze all the thing you can make it inside. Woman on the road boy, you know me the ramp. Put you on front, don't see me now.
My baby, I know you.
What? I'm on my way. Jerry, it's about time we talk to the people on them tonight. Once again, I want to say good night to everybody locked into the Your Radio podcast. Shouts to my people watching us live on the YouTube right now. Much love and respect to everybody supporting the thing once they see us live. Right, we have a special guest inside. Well, he's a guest to y'all, not a guest to us. Want to welcome Mr. Greenidge to the show tonight, our Men's Motivational Monday. Good night, good night.
Good night, good night. Good night, Toronto people. Good night, Yuri family. Good night to the Open Police Club, Open community. Once again, as usual, good to be here.
Alright, that is the voice of Mr. Greenhead. So, before we get into anything, right, the discussion for tonight is, seeing as it's Men's Motivational Monday, we're discussing how us as men could better our community. Right? That is the topic for tonight, and we have Mr. Greenidge in the studio here to give us, you know, his side, his thoughts, his opinions on how us as men could better ourselves and better our community. But before we get into it, I just have a few information here. Right? Don't forget, guys, every day we try to be live on the Oropun PYC page on YouTube. Right? Each day a different segment, a different group of DJs and announcers would be here to keep you and our supporters active, you know? Keep all you tuned into what we have going on. Right, a few information. We have 2 football tournaments approaching. Right, one of them would be on April 5th. This is an adult football tournament. So assuming we're talking from 18 and over.
Big people part.
Right, big people thing. Right, so April 5th, adult football tournament, 7 aside. It is 500 per team to register. Right, and we have a big prize for the team that win. You're going home with.
Right. So the name of the tournament is Money in the Pot.
Money in the pot.
Money in the pot. So money in the pot. Yeah. So all right, it's simple, right? Every team that competes bring $500. That money goes into a pot. Winner takes all.
All right.
Right. So as they come, you put your money in the pot. And winner takes all. So if it's 10 teams at 500, they leave with $5,000 at the end of the day.
All right.
Right?
All right. I like
Winner
this song that.
takes all. There's a challenge trophy that would be in fact in the shape of the pot, and the money would be in the pot. So money in the pot. Right?
What I say is your radio team could be that team?
Well, we try to avoid the management staff. Right, we don't want to. We don't want people to say.
No, why do that?
We don't know why to say the rig.
Why do that?
Right, because if
I'm gonna sweat follow 2 weeks and come out.
Yeah, but they go and say the rig, they go say the whole competition.
If we do win.
Yeah, so we don't have
all right. So it's to our supporters.
Yeah, but if a referee make a bad decision,
that way I don't bring referee from outside.
Yeah, outside.
It could be from way. Once we win it, and we win, they go say, hey, them fellas shit.
Alright, so it's for our people, our supporters, you know, anybody who into the show, into what we're doing here and would like to register your team. Right? We do have an Instagram page, we do have contact numbers you all could call, right, to register your team and find out more information. Right? So once again, April 5th, the adult football tournament, Money in the Pot.
Right, now the purpose of the tournament is really to utilize sport as an avenue to keep the community together, right? So that everybody in one space, you get to know your neighbor, you get to interact,
right,
to avoid the rivalry in terms of who can go here and who can go there.
Right.
So if we learn to understand each other, we break in barriers. We don't want that what we call borderline thing at all. Right. So we're asking teams from throughout the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago to come. I know we have a team from the police service already gearing up.
All right.
I think prisons as well.
All right.
So, of course, the car park price and bragging rights.
All right. True that.
So, with the money there, I mean, bragging rights will be priceless. Yeah?
True that. All right. All right. Well, all I hate.
So you would like to know you bring a team, right? And you beat police or fire or prisons in a tournament. No, well, miracles has happened, right? But what I would do if it was me, as a manager, I would look throughout Trinidad and Tobago for some of the best players, and bring them forward.
And bring aside.
Yeah, and bring
all right.
aside.
Well, as I said earlier,
right?
I bring in aside. Right? I bring in aside. I bring in my personal team. I mounted up myself my side.
Yeah, but
I
football
bring
is
in
played
the
on the
team.
day, you know.
Yeah.
The best is getting it on the day.
Yeah, on the day.
So you never know. Big up Joven. And you never know. I mean, he was the police, right? Yeah.
And aside from the Money in the Pot Adults tournament, we keeping a tournament for the kids under 12.
Yeah.
April 18th, same 7 aside, 600 to register your team. Now, the reason why it's 600 to register a team is because for the under 12 tournament, they are up to $10,000 in
prize. So
cash
the
prizes
prize
to be won.
First place is $5,000.
Right.
Second place $3,000. Third place $2,000. Right. Very rare here tournaments for babies under 12s.
True.
That carry cash prizes.
Yeah.
Right. So in preparation to preparing them for professional football or even secondary school football, they need that exposure now.
Right.
Right. So that's the purpose of this, to make it attractive, and of course to draw in players to get used to playing in front of crowds and competitively.
Right. No, well, I was.
Well, later on in the year we might look at that over 40.
No, well, I was.
Nah, they always playing football, right? Presently, we have a lot of them playing even in the Republic Cup that's going on presently, right? Yeah, they loan out to other teams. Some of them play with Beatnik, some of them play with Maloney. So it always have football for teenagers, right? And
right.
SSFL, that's Secondary School Football League, right? But for the primary school level, they don't really hear, besides the school competition, they don't have much competition for them to take part in.
So, for let me say the more mature people that listening, right? Is it possible that over 30 team could come at the adult tournament with that side?
Once over 18 is thing, but
right.
we'll ensure that the ambulance and some benches,
no, well,
benches
I know that. I know it has some men with water in the knee and
make sure we have I see Hot Wheels, but I see Hot to sponsor.
Right, so the adult tournament is open to any age from 18 and up, so don't feel, you're not allowed. Come with your 7, come with your 500 to register your team. Could a team come and register on the day of the tournament?
Yeah, no, we trying to avoid that.
Trying to avoid it.
Reason being, the field will have much lighting. Right, so we don't want it to go deep into the night. We're supposed to be starting at 8 a.m. Right, so depending on the amount of teams, you measure round robin. So we want to ensure that everybody gets it fair and fair.
Alright, so later down, I guess we had like a lock-off time for registration.
Yeah.
And more information would be told as we go down the line.
Once they register, they can bring cash on the day.
Alright.
Right?
Alright.
Let's just see what we inside and commit yourself to bringing your cash, you put it in the pot to see who leaves with the pot.
Okay, makes sense. So guys, mothers, fathers, it's all about the football tournament for the under 12. April 18th on the 12-7 side at the OPYC grounds in Urupun, right? And April 5th, money in the pot adult football tournament, 500 per team, 7 side. Moving along.
Now remember, the 12-year-olds playing on Good Friday, right? It's important to remember that that's on Good Friday.
Right.
So yeah, there'll be food and for both events there'll be food and drink on sale, right? And the adult tournament ends with the after party. Of course, we will have your radio personalities there.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Okay, they news story here now. Yeah, they
surprise.
They news story here now. I like that.
Surprise.
I like that.
Yeah, well, that's the best time. We know the party will go late.
Yeah.
But we have to enjoy ourselves, yeah?
Big people take, man. Right? Don't forget, we have, here we have merch available. We have hats, jerseys, hoodies for the football tournament. Right? So as I say, you could message us on the Instagram page or Facebook page or contact any one of your radio management team. Right? Once again, we have hats, jerseys, and hoodies available for the tournament.
And not just for the tournament, but you could rep whatever brand you want from Open Police Club. Have a lot of brands.
Right.
We have your radio. We have the Lions football team, which is the senior football team. We have the Cubs. Everybody have their own brand. We have the netball in Lionesses. Everybody have their own brand, right? So whatever brand you want to rep under the umbrella of the PYC, of course you're free to purchase your merch, right?
Right, man. Yeah. The thing songing and looking nice, man.
Yeah.
Thing songing and looking nice. On a party note now, right? We deal with the tournament on a party note. Your radio would be hosting an all-inclusive brunch, right, on August 2nd, right at the OPYC grounds in Orupun from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right, it's a food all-inclusive brunch on August 2nd. Right, tier 1 tickets right now, male at $350 and female at $300. These are the tier 1 tickets, guys. So get those tickets early before tier 2 do drop and the prices do go up. Okay, coming closer, you all will get a lot of teasers, things to have you intrigued about the event.
Definitely.
Alright, but for now, it's all about the Your Radio All-Inclusive Brunch, August 2nd, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the OPYC grounds in Orupun.
Right, so that's the Emancipation Edition as well. There may be prizes for the most attractive African wear. Yeah?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Coming out with a nice little dashiki.
Yeah.
Something. Come out with something.
Right.
Yeah. Alright. So we get the information out of the way. The question of the night, right, to our interviewee of the night is, what can men do to better their community? Right? This is a very broad topic. Right? I consider from 18 to 25 a young adult age. I don't really consider us as men yet. Right? I would say that is a young adult age, learning what it is to be a man, to take on responsibility and to live that life. Right? So, seeing as we have a more mature adult, in our presence tonight, I'm glad that we will be able to hear from him and gain some knowledge tonight from what he has to say. I have a few questions to ask, right? But I would ask it after I hear Mr. Greenidge thoughts, ideas on what we could do to better our community. And not just a community, but the community you reside in, the community you live at, you grow up in, you're now moving to. What as a man you think you could do, or changes you could see that would better your community? Right, as I carry it over to Mr. Greenidge.
Alright, so there are many, as you rightfully say, it's a wide and vast topic, and there are many perspectives in which we can look at it from. And initially I like to go out first. So from a biblical perspective, from the dawn of time, men were created to provide, protect, love, and so on, right? And as such, that ought not to only be done from a family perspective, but from a community-based perspective.
Right.
Right. So ideally, when it comes to family and community, we are no longer seeing like before the men taking charge and the men governing and directing and ensuring that things go a particular way. And I think the more we stray from that in terms of a biblical perspective, is the more society begins to deteriorate. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right? There are certain responsibilities we as men have in our households and in our community. I'll give you an example. Some people may disagree with what I'm about to say, but it is very, I wouldn't say impossible, but it's quite difficult for a woman to raise a man. Right? We all would have experienced reaching that age where we feel we are the man of the house.
Yeah.
If it's a female domain, you saw the girl in mean as the little lion, right? Mommy say, hey, time to pull in. I ain't like, but still, I ain't going inside. But what usually impacts is when you have daddy, hey, you hear that heavy voice, you're ready to pull in one time. And we experience that, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, a father, a man has his role in the house, right? And the same way we have that role in the household, we have that role in the community, right? I think a lot of our children presently are finding themselves straying into gang activities and negative activities because that is the male role models they seen around them that is prevalent now.
True.
Right? And in the absence of positive male role models, a young man will always gravitate to the other men in the community, the mentor him. Right? So we really need to see our positive men stepping up and really taking charge of our households and our communities again. That is one of the avenues in which we can in fact impact change, even with the crime rate. Right? A mother's love is just that, a mother's love. And whereas a father might be more willing to show tough love, very rare see a mother really willing to go the distance with her son and say, nah, he had a break. Right? And hence the reason why we see so much of our young men before the court with mommy behind them. Hear them shouting, mommy, I need a bag, mommy, tell so and so. Right? Because mommy will go full distance. Yeah? Yeah, but a daddy now will say, hey, I'm not coming. You ought to get it right. Right? And we're not bending. We're not bending. So that's why we need that balance. We need yin and yang. Right? So fathers, we want to see more fathers stepping up and really focusing on how we could bring back discipline in our households and our community and by extension by our nation, right? Why I like this topic today is because during the carnival period as well, we were hearing what's his name? Squeezy Rankin song.
Yeah.
Justice.
No, he didn't say daddy crying out for justice. You observe that, right?
Alright.
Right? Mommy's son was a good one, as we always say, because mommy, as I said, they love the boy children all. No matter, he can be Freddy Krueger. They love the boy children. Right? So we really need fathers to create that balance. Create that balance. Yeah? Right?
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I agree with everything you say. Because I listening to him and it carried me back to me growing up as a youth. Now, I grew up, but I grew up having a mother that would go the lengths, whether it's good or bad.
Correct.
When it comes to you as a child, where you do it. If you're into something good, she will go the lengths. And if you're into something bad, if she need to climb the roof to find you to give you that cut skin, she would give you that cut skin on top of the roof. You understand?
Yeah.
So, it really stems from parents really putting that extra effort too, eh? You understand? Not just, I know we're talking about men, but seeing as fellas, us as males, we more gravitate to our mother when it comes to certain things in life.
Yeah.
As a mother now, should give you that idea or make you think, okay, let me put myself in a male perspective now, or a male shoe, and try to understand my son from that side. You know?
That'd be kind of impossible though.
No, when I mean understand from that side, now, obviously a mother would be a mother.
Right.
It has certain things you can't, certain boundaries you can't overstep.
Right.
But I grew up seeing certain mothers having a relationship with a son where daddy don't even need to be in the picture.
Yeah, they are, as I said, it's not impossible, you know. We have a few mothers who were very strong, quite strong, and can really handle a boy child. Right? But it's few and far in between though.
True.
Right? A son's first love is usually his mom.
True.
Right? And most boys tend, as we grow, tend to look for tendencies in a relationship you want. I shouldn't say any relationship.
Yeah.
You tend to look for traits from your mom in the person you're choosing.
Yeah, that's so
Right?
That is, no,
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
so true.
yeah,
It is so true.
I
Right?
They are psychic of my mother.
And on the opposite now,
Okay.
a girl's first love is her father.
Father, yeah.
Right? And recently I was sharing sometimes signs of two basic reasons for promiscuity in young females. Usually telltale signs of molestation or daddy broke her heart.
True.
And the day daddy breaks her heart, she tend to want to go and look for that love outside. She's looking for somebody to fill that void. That's why it's so important as a father that we really, really try to get it right.
True.
Right? I could talk about it because in the initial phases I was a horrible father. Right? I'm not ashamed to say it. Growing up I thought licks worked for me. So when my daughter started to rebel, I thought licks would work for her. But it's a totally different generation we deal with now. Right? And up to a weekend I'm talking to a parent and she's saying, she gave me a trouble and I beat her. I said, the licks work? No. I said, why? It makes no sense. This generation does not care about corporal punishment.
Nah, for real.
Right? Some of us, I reach a point where I say, well, the most are going to beat me when I reach home. And I make up my mind. Wrong or right? We all reach that point.
We're going to take the licks on that.
Correct. It speaks of.
As I reach home,
It speaks of desensitization. You get so much licks that the licks no longer have an impact. Right? So at the end of the day, we have to find creative and justifiable means in which to treat with our children now. Right? And I have found that people feel conversations don't work. But they do. And even if it don't work today, a seed is planted. And all children, when they mature, will reach a point where they say, nah, boy, my father was right or my mother was right. Once we have that relationship with them.
True, huh?
Right?
That's so true.
So the key is not to give up. And again, as fathers, it is challenging now, especially dealing with the modern day woman. I don't want to call anybody name, but
nowadays women.
The missing, the misindependence on them. Right? The misindependence who I don't need a man. I'm not being chauvinistic, I'm just saying how it is. Who don't understand the key role that a father too plays in the household and his community. Right? I believe, I never should say it, gender equality, the way we want to express it, is a myth. I believe that each gender has their specific role and function that we strain from in terms of from a biblical perspective. And each one approves that they could do the other.
True.
And in doing so, we're messing up our families, we're messing up our communities.
True. So true. So true. And now, just listening to a more mature person talk tonight, just carrying me back to me growing up now. Now I'm young. I am still young. I'm not past 25 yet. Alrighty. But I'm past 25 yet. So I don't consider myself as a man yet. I more call myself a young adult.
I know, right?
It have
you know, you're all absolutely right. From a biological perspective.
Yeah, we are young adults.
No, and not even that. Scientists have proven that the human brain takes 25 years to mature.
Yeah.
25 years.
Alright.
Right? And the ironic thing is it matures from back to front. So your frontal lobe is the last part of the brain to mature. Right? Read up on it, Google it, right?
No, I would.
And guess, so around your teenage years, your mother nature plays a real dread trick on us.
Right.
Your body sexually mature. Right? You get length in your penis, whatever.
Right.
Here under your arm, your voice get deep, and you're saying, I ready for a woman. I ready.
Feelings, man.
I ready to play the game. Right? Right. But the frontal lobe is responsible for what? Risk assessment, identifying danger,
information.
And all these things. This is why 15-year-old watch a big man like me and honestly believe he can beat me in a fight. No, they really believe that. The reason being, your brain not processing the risk. This man is a big man, this man will be more. All you feeling is this rage, and you feel, it's called Superman syndrome. Right? So the risk at think about the risk we take as teenagers.
True.
In comparison now.
True.
Right? Because you're underdeveloped. So what, it ever saying old people is use, which joke for school children is death for crapo.
Right.
That's real.
And the thing
right?
about
because
it,
they really feel they can do these things and get with it too.
Within that span of 18 to 25 is I don't want to say is a time for risk taking, but you see majority of the people within that age taking the most at risk.
Of course.
Honestly.
Yeah, boy.
Whereas somebody who past that age, who more mature, would weigh the pros and the cons before they actually decide to do what they want to do.
Nah, not a teenager, right? And if you think about, because again, and you hear him say, sir, I go handle my season skillful, nobody catching me. I know it because they really believe they are invincible, and that's because of the way the brain develops, and that's why God in His infinite wisdom give us parents, right? If it wasn't for that, we'd just crawl out our mother womb like a snake and we on our own.
Stems to on the world itself, the picture society paint itself. It stems from that too, because I mean social media is a big thing nowadays, right? And it a whole lot of people, I don't want to say living and make believe life, but living a life where other people can't maintain. And the fact that you seeing this so much niceness and a luxurious life, you want to live that life
which
too.
in most instances are fantasies and myths.
Come on.
Right? So we're struggling now. We want to impress this one and impress that one that I could live my best life too. And somebody said recently, social media is filled with some of the happiest sad people in the world.
Come on.
We all want to impress upon people that we broken
And
inside.
I think about it like this. Now I on social media, and it have a lot of things I just watch on social media, a lot of couples that just do live that lifestyle. And yes, I watch them, I be entertained by them, but right now in this present moment, alright, I can tell that couple who I watching and like, I can't tell what I'm doing right now. I can't tell if they're making a bad decision, they're doing the wrong thing, they're not promoting the right thing right about now. I could only say and talk about what I see they post on the media.
Right.
So
because it's about image.
About the image. So people, not all the time, everything you see and everything you hear is to believe. That is why Mr. Greenidge now talk about the back of your brain developing before the front. No, he could just say this and I run with it, and outside of here I go and tell some little child in the football club, you know the back of your brain going and grow before the front. And I don't know no truth to that. You understand? Now me as a person, when I leave from here and I go home, there's research I go and research it. You understand? Because I never know, we might have a topic or somebody come and ask something pertaining along that line. You understand? And I wouldn't want to be the one to give that information and can't back it up.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. It's important to do research, especially if you intend to do this successfully as a career. It's important that we get the information, right? As a young man, going back to father and thing, right? When I talk to parents now, I usually offend them when I say the main issue is your son is on a new drug. Like, what? My son is using the drugs. We're trying to do something. And I get most offended. It's not really a drug per se, but when we now start into puberty, right, you realize we get angry a lot more than when we were young and innocent, right? We have problems sometimes controlling that rage inside, and so on and so. He have anger issues. He does not have anger issues, right? Somebody with anger issues would not select who to get mad with.
True.
Right? Because they are boys, they feel they can get away with you. They run the rave, the cuss again. They get away with you. But if they see somebody else, they know to pat down.
True.
Is that really anger? It's not. It's selective. Right?
True.
However, the main issue where that's concerned is that yes, our body is being fed new chemicals that we were not getting before puberty. Right now, ideally, women are fed estrogen, boys are fed testosterone.
Alright.
Right, testosterone is one of the key components in anabolic steroids. Right, because it is responsible for the development of the man, muscle development, your voice get deep, here, the increase of your testicles start producing sperm.
Alright.
Right, so a part of these people who use steroids, who use it for bodybuilding and so on.
Yeah.
There is a phenomenon called roid rage. right? Because of course, part and parcel of having testosterone is having that anger that makes us a man.
Alright.
Now, in our primal stages as I would say cavemen, whatever I want to say, we couldn't depend as women would, who are on estrogen, on something really in a village. And we have to sit down and think about, how do I feel about this really? Should I? We could depend on that. We are men.
Right.
And ideally, we said primarily we are there to protect. So the testosterone will trigger the flight or flight in us, right? And adrenaline. But you know, sometimes you get mad and you do something, and when you calm down, it's wait now. That is why you do, dog.
Yeah.
If I'm there,
You get that moment I
right, and that's what these hormones, these new hormones. I remember at that age when you now start getting it, you're getting it in potent doses.
Yeah.
New thing in potent doses. Right? So it takes you a while before you understand what's going on with your body. Right? And understand how to manage that that hormone. Right? With girls now on the other hand, they get the breasts, they get wherever they start getting the feelings, they start to feel as though they need to have a boyfriend.
Right.
Right? And as I said, the funny trick Mother Nature plays is that we're going through all these feelings and all these emotions, and here
in develop.
Right? Which again leads to my next point. If I enter a home or having a discussion with a family and everybody cool with teenagers, that's a red flag.
Cool to a point as
we all good. We good. Me and my son well good dog. Yeah, me and my father good. Me and it. You know that's something wrong.
Yeah.
You know why? Because at that stage, there's supposed to be a struggle. You have a child, a son or a daughter who is fighting for their identity. They're fighting to be somebody in the world and to get the attention of their peers and whatever. And you have a parent who is now trying to shepherd them. Hey, that road they're going down. They're in trouble because of the experience we have now.
Alright.
And we see that road going down, we try to protect. So it's usually resistance.
So where you would say to a parent in that position, but their reason behind them and their child having such a good communication or such a good relationship is based on growing up seeing other parents deal with the children a certain way and see that the children hide majority of the important things from them, whereas this parent build a relationship where we so cool my son could come to me because we so cool my son could come to me and my daughter could come to me and say, well daddy, so and so is this and that is that.
It's not that there is not conflict or there's not struggle. There would still be one.
Right.
Right? I think as parents, I'm talking from experience here, the first time my daughter came to talk to me about boys and I started to think she was a man, she'll get pregnant and of course we project that fear on them. And you roll your gun.
Yeah.
And now you break the line of communication. So she'll never come to you with something again. Right? Because you were not able, I wasn't able, a lot of parents, to control that fear and that emotion and just deal with it objectively.
Right.
Right? And you find out that when you do that and you break that line of communication, children are willing to learn things on the streets.
On their own.
Right, on their own, and that's very risky. I've seen a child got pregnant very young, and when we spoke to her, she said the boy told her that semen is a liquid.
Wait, what?
So if we have sex standing up,
what?
it will run down.
Wait, what?
Right, so these are the things our children learning out there in the absence of us being able to
Makai
do
didn't
the
even develop yet.
But from a physics perspective,
yeah.
If you do it from physics, he's right.
Yeah, true.
Right?
True.
Gravity will pull
It
on
will
the
run,
liquid.
yeah.
Right? But he's not doing it from a biological perspective.
Which makes no sense.
Right? That a sperm is a living organism. Yeah, so I say, right? And if no, we laughing, but it's serious.
No, it is,
so if we really don't really try and maintain that relationship with our children,
yeah,
right? As fathers especially, we talked about our sons about the choices in making a girlfriend. Right?
Yeah.
Remember, if you get her pregnant or they attach till the day you die, right? Do you see the traits in her that you want in a marriage, in a family, or what you want your child to be raised by?
Yeah.
We don't have these conversations because we are afraid too, right? So you're right. even though we are afraid and we want to control, we want to manage them to some extent, we cannot break the lines of communication. We should still have them comfortable enough to come and talk to us about anything.
Yeah.
Right? The things, I said I make horrible mistakes with my first daughter, but I think me and Kevin could talk about almost anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Well, and
right? And
that
still,
is,
we just have our moments where we warring.
I want to believe that is how I just live my life too, because I mean, I grew up with strict parents.
Yeah.
As a child growing up now, I grew up on that religious background.
Right.
You understand? I literally born in church. Born in church. No shame, born in church. You understand? Grow up, I never see my father drink, smoke, neither my mother, not even party. And I talking to the extent of, yo, a shandy
not even that
is rum for my parents. You understand? So that just to show you the level of how serious it was. And I remember me, and I remember what exact age it was too. I just finished CXC, now finished school. And I wanted to be a man. You understand? Wanted to do my music, do my thing, do this, do that. And you cannot do certain things under your parents' roof.
Right. And as we talk about the struggle, you want your own identity, you want your independence. And the parents saying, hey, you don't need that yet.
And
time will come.
Look at how real it is. Not even a month of me being on my own after I decide, yo, I want to be a man, I want to do my own thing. Not even a month after me being on my own, I experienced one of the worst things in my life. You understand? I been close to me like a brother, drunk in front of my face.
Wow.
You understand? I was there literally per 100% to try to save him. You understand? Could I even lose an ex-friend within the madness? And what I learned from that experience and what I remember from the experience is my parents telling me, don't rush life. Once God give you the breath of life, you have a whole lot of things to experience growing up. You understand? And I always try to lead that advice with the younger people and even older people, because to me, I find like Trinidad, we living in here, it have a lot of adults who like the back of them brain ain't even developed yet.
Exactly.
You know, we don't understand as children. Becoming an adult is a trap, you know.
It is.
Right? And it looks so nice and attractive when you're young. That, hey, I can't wait to get big. I go when I want, come when I want. Right? Not knowing how about 15 to 20 men named Bill.
I will never forget when I know get my license. I say I walk car, but when I get my vehicle license now, I was like,
because it's gas, it's insurance. Right? I left home. I became a police officer at 18 years old.
Right.
And to me, one of the happiest moments of my life was receiving the key from my landlady for the first time, and I'm my own man and thing. I know months into it when I realized, hey, you take out cable, they take out thing, and these bills are. I cry and I don't know what possessed me.
Really,
I have a job, I have a good paying job still, and I still and I say, what possessed me to want to be a man and to want these things, boy? Because it was, and again, I'm 18, so my brain's still at 7 years to mature, you know. And my problems to see about people in the station, problems to see about. It was a lot. It was really, really overwhelming, and plenty times I cried.
And a lot of us need to learn that sometimes it's not your parents coming wrong here. You understand? And
walk the road.
I say that as a man who used to say that. You understand? Tell my father, tell my mother, like, coming wrong me. I just want to live my life. I ain't robbing, I ain't stealing, I ain't thieving. You understand? I spending my own money to buy my own little greens, to pull in my own little corner, and I still have problem. And it's not really your parents coming around here, it's teaching you a lesson. Because as a child, I never really used to know when my parents not having or when they can't make men's eat. Me to know. No. Because every single day I have something to eat.
But you know the price of every meal now though. Every time you buy it. Exactly. That's
you're watching that dollar.
Right? There's a saying that the youth could move fast, but the old people know the road. Right? And because you're speeding on a road you don't know, you ever experienced that? It's when you get in a dread accident. And that's what parents now try to teach us, hey, take your time on this road. You don't know where the corners, you don't know the speed. They have a hole in, when they make the bend, they have a big pothole there. You don't know these things. So take your time and go through this. But we want to speed. We want to get big so fast.
I know my parents always tell me that I never forget. If you want to know what lay ahead down the road, ask the people who coming back.
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah, but we don't do that.
The man who next say, you can't ask you to find out what down the road.
No,
he in the same boat that you are.
Correct. That's your friends. They don't know what the road lays ahead.
You understand? So, sometimes taking that advice and taking that knowledge from adults is not a bad thing. They always feel they're coming wrong here.
Right? And you would reach the age at some point where you realize that, hey, right here in the youth club, we have some adults now who grew up. And they'll come back and say, sir, you know, back then, we thought you're jumping way. Right? But we realized he was protecting us.
Makes sense.
He was protecting us.
Makes sense. Because as a man now, I could sit down and talk to my mother about anything. Right. As a man.
Yeah.
Because my mother see, you, alright, you was younger, you make mistakes, you grow from it, and you're developing as a person.
Exactly.
As a young man. So, now, when your parents able to see that change in you as a person,
the relationship will be better. And you now understand them because they gain your own experience. Right? So, as a father, as a parent, you have to choose your heart.
For real.
It's either you make the development stage hard and you reap the rewards when they mature. Right? Which means, I hate my father, but my father always told me my father. But when they mature, hey, Daddy, I really thank you and I see how much you saved me from.
Bye.
Right? You know what I'm saying, right? Or you be cool with them now and dog, you understand it. I have your back. Nobody can tell you nothing.
Yeah.
And then in the adult life, you had a court, bail, this, that, the other, because you did not prepare them properly
for it.
Right? So at the end you choose your hard. Is either it hard in the early or it hard in the late.
Hard in the late.
But at some point, we would see the rewards of our actions as parents, especially as fathers. Right? Yeah. Right, because even now, sometimes I find myself sounding like my father.
By me and all.
Right?
Me and all.
I said it openly. As a teenager, I did not like that man. One bit.
And I just tell my father.
But when
yeah, go ahead.
Some of the words he said to me, playing back in my mind, in my head, now I realize, but this man is really wise. He's been dead yet. Right? He wise, he know what he was saying, he was trying to guide me through. Right? But because we want to pull away and we want our own identity, we want our own freedom, everything they do and say seems oppressive to us when we're young.
I said, but the thing is, you always use the term, when you see something walking in the direction.
Yeah.
And that same keeping me. Every time I see something that's not in my way, I always walk in, I always think. He has voice always in my brain.
I up to this day, I just watch my mother and my father and say, oh,
thank you. Yeah.
No, regardless of how senseless I was growing up.
But my father was ready. I'll give you one story, right? That's one story.
You talk about the men tonight.
So school bazaar. Right? The dance started 7 o'clock. Right? I'm phone 4.
Right.
This man tell me I reach home by 8:30.
Shit. I know what that.
So
I know that.
You know men go and real laugh at you.
Yeah, because
right.
In the dance.
But it teach me how to cope in things in life. If you understand, even now, being on media from time to time and I'm posing questions and things, I credit that to the challenges my father put in my way as a child. Right? So your boy studied how to save face in this scenario here. Right? What I go and do and say nobody gonna laugh at me in school. Right? So I lie around, bazaar going on, the school open, 7 o'clock sharp I in the school. Sharp, right? I front the line. Right?
This man day.
Yeah. And I'm healing everybody.
Everybody.
Who like me?
Yeah.
Who don't like me?
Yeah.
Everybody.
No matter know you was there.
Great Kevin was really party, right?
Yeah.
So, dance party open and they are healing everybody. A while now, ting. Right? I'm watching the time still, man.
Had to watch that.
Right. So I say, alright. I could reach him in about 45 minutes. Yeah. So thing, right? So I tell my partner, I was good boy dog, what? Thing, yeah. I'm making a turn and come back, boy. I'm coming back, you know. But I make a serious. Yeah, this real serious. And I press now. And I press right now, right? But don't worry, before the dance done, I'm going to be back here. Right? So spending road, it usually be on a weekend.
Right.
Holiday Monday because of the cleaning school.
Right.
Tuesday now. But we didn't see after. I said, boy, dog, you see that scene I went on? It ended up in the real back and all.
Oh, that them. No, you go.
And when I reach home, this man say, dog,
waited for you
on the couch, facing the front door. Right? If I know the box where it was blues. Right? But the teachers, if you understand what I'm saying, how to adapt, how to. Right, so and I am really appreciative of that.
No, for real, I cannot stop thank my parents for the way they grew me up, because if I as a man didn't get a sternness from a young age growing up, a lot of things I would have see and think is normal and be misguided.
Correct.
You understand? I remember one of the last days I stopped really actually give trouble in school is because they gave my father the nickname Vin Diesel, you know. He reaching like a madman, is 360 in the courtyard, and my father had 1 foot, eh? Is that? That's how they call him, man. Vin Diesel is licks it. He will give me a ride, eh? You understand? And it so happened, that same day, watch how I and all get catch, eh? Now he set from real proper, come in the school, he ting. When we going home now, the school high up from where I live in. So when we leave the school, we head into home. Well, I see my boy pass home. So I start to smile. I say, well, boy, it's not normal. It's by, we reach my auntie house now. Belt on, lying up waiting. Belt lying up waiting, my brother, boy. Lock the door. You understand? Don't even look at that front, not to run out it. And after that, it was like, it make no sense going in school and getting teacher no trouble, ducking from doing homework, this, that, the other, and it's all because, one, I had a role model there to show me the right thing.
That's exactly what we need to use.
Right? And two, I had somebody there who decided, yo, I would never give up. And
most important,
that's where parents feeling. A lot of parents giving up.
Yeah, they are. I think we reach a point where parents have become selfish.
For real.
Right? And there's no support system. Back then, even if your parent, when I was growing up, we had a lot of parents leaving to go in the States.
Right.
And look for better life and sports. And barrel babies is call it, right? Barrel children, because I said no barrel fail. Right? But our grandmother would step up. Somebody will step up and really get it adulthood. No, we're not seeing that. We're seeing everybody wanting to live their own personal, selfish lives.
Yeah.
And the children left to hang by the balance. Right? And as a child, you usually just want to feel like you belong to something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in doing so, we now have gangs. We have gang leaders, and I'll talk from a policing perspective now. Where police may focus on chastising, focus on correcting, and the manner in which you do it too, may leave a better taste in a child's mouth. The youngsters looking to befriend, hold $100, you good?
Yeah.
Because they know the intentions.
Yeah.
Right, so we all, even as police or law enforcement too, we have to be mindful how we engage youth.
True.
Yes, you want to correct them, but it must be done in such a manner that they understand it's not a ranking thing.
Yeah.
But there's somebody who really care about my one.
True that. True that.
And my decision grandmother to know what to do is
how you do it.
Right? So these youths need role models.
Yeah.
And the reality is, in a society now, that, oh gosh, I'm getting in trouble for saying this, but I'll say it still. We kind of, we being hypocrites. Right? We are telling young people that in most instances, the key to success is hard work, applying yourself in school, doing what is required, right? But in reality, we presently seeing God help me, I'm going to say it, right? I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
We presently seeing unemployed graduates and successful gang leaders, some of whom came read danger and sign. They show them danger and sign, they're dead.
Exactly.
Right? So what children learn what they see. So when that is what our children are seeing, it is quite in contrast to what we're teaching them.
And it's not just being a hypocrite to things that we have to do, eh? It have a lot of people being hypocrite to things that you should be doing and need to be done. Because I take for instance, right? No, not bashing anybody, not bashing carnival or anything like that. But picture this. We as citizens, we as people could come out and walk behind a truck, walk around wherever for hours, whole day, or for a period of time, and yeah, if I want to go complain, my for 13, I ain't get this, I ain't get that. You can't stop that, right? And then it are the others who don't see that as a problem, right? But when it's to come together as citizens or as a community and do a walk on one little street.
Nah, you ain't getting that.
Yeah, ain't getting that at all.
And I want to say, even
for the men, for the women, for the children, to promote stop child abuse, women abuse, rape. You're
even
not getting that.
Even with our youth, I remember when we was in school, it was still somewhat popular. The children who in drama, the children who was performing and singing calypso. These were popular children too.
Right.
We reach a point where you're only popular if you're doing the wrong thing, you know.
For real.
You ever notice that it's easy for these young people to do a wrong thing. But if you tell them, hey, take an instrument and go and say, sign doing that.
Doing wrong and putting yourself on some kind of totishness, some clown thing.
You know the ironic thing? They're recording the wrong things they're doing, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Willingly, you know.
Yeah.
And yet we are afraid to do something positive.
Yeah.
Hey, I want you to go, I want you to sing this song, I want you to perform.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, I don't that.
Right, so there's a poem. Well, I seen the boss say we need to wrap up and continue next Monday, right? But there is a poem called Our Deepest Fear.
Right.
It was made popular by this movie with Samuel L. Jackson, Coach Carter.
Right. Yes. I've seen that movie.
If you understand that poem, you see exactly what's going on today.
Yeah.
Our deepest fear is the light within us, you know.
Exactly.
It's light within us until we have fathers, male role models who are willing to show children, hey, I am leading by example, right? I am going out there, I am working hard, I am doing what is required of me, and I want you to follow suit. You in trouble, you know?
Yeah.
Right, so there are many roles in which, this is just one component, one aspect of it, but there are many roles in which our men can in fact play within our communities to make it better, even with the crime situation, but we really have to be willing to make the sacrifice.
Yeah, we do.
Face the chastisement and the ridicule. Because we weak now as a society,
Yeah.
For real.
right? We just moving with the crowd. If the crowd say we jumping off the cliff, I don't want to say no because everybody go watch me. And that's
you are against this, you are against that.
And that's part of the problem,
Before we close up and get back to our music, before we lock off, one of my main question I wanted to ask you, Mr. Greenidge, and the listeners is, we're talking about what could men do to better the community. But my main question is, how do you as a man or a person live your life in your community? Because, alright, me as a youth growing up, if I coming home every day, or every day I come outside, I see a man on the block smoking a weed. But when I reach the age of 15, or the age where you would see youth smoking, that same man looking to tell me, well, boy, don't pick up this, you know. The smoking thing ain't making no sense, so I ain't want to see you smoking, you know.
But you doing it.
Yeah, but that works two ways,
How would I listen to you as a youth?
Because children learn what they see, right? But the issue is this: 9 out of 10 times, when that big man was young, he had somebody who told him the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? And as we said, growing up is a trap. And sometimes these habits become traps. Right? There are many reasons why, if we look up what is dopamine addiction, right? Dopamine is the pleasure enhancing hormone in your body. Right? And you get these things from cigarettes, you get it from alcohol, you get it from even social media.
Alright.
Right? So, based on the challenges a man may face, we always say that some men, we have different coping mechanisms. Some are dangerous and self-destructive.
Yeah.
Such as smoking and drinking. Right? And sometimes you just start it. You know, we like to say, oh God, I take in one to relieve the stress. Right? Wrong or right?
You're right.
We like carnival, we take because we're using it to relieve the stress.
Yeah.
Right? But when you realize that the stress is adding and you're becoming dependent on this now to continuously relieve the stress, to take you away from the reality, it becomes an addiction. Right? And what's the best way to avoid an addiction?
Stop it.
Not to start at all.
Oh, sure.
Not to start at all.
Well, I was going to say pick up something else.
Nah, not to start at all. Not to start at all. Right? If you watch, the scariest thing about our this generation now is you've seen a lot of people socially displaced and addicted to cocaine and so on.
Yeah.
Right? And it's because now, same Superman syndrome, we tell ourselves, if I try it, I can never get hooked.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Right? And there are people who own it that telling you, hey, I don't want this for you.
Everybody want to prove themselves.
Yeah, I don't want this for you. And they're telling that because if they could make a different, go back and make a different choice, they would. So again, it still boils down to young people are swift, but old people know the road.
Yeah.
It still boils down to that.
Yeah.
So because he's doing it, doesn't mean you should do it. It means that he may be in a position where he wants to come off, but he's totally dependent on it now.
Be a leader of the right thing.
Correct.
And not a follower of the wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So people, I want to say thanks to everybody who was locked in, listening. We still have 5 people on the YouTube live here. Right? Shouts to the people who been here. One thing, Mr. Greenidge, I know somebody had mentioned to me pertaining to opening up the comments for the YouTube.
I don't know how to do it.
Alright, we would work on that.
Again, so those things, you young people will depend on now.
Wow.
So you can help each other?
Yeah.
You can help each other in that regard, right?
Right, so...
Right, but I would like to see, I want it to be more interactive. And more interactive becomes more attractive.
Yes.
Right, so...
So, once again, people, good night. This was Men's Motivational Monday. Jerry, I say we get a little 5-10 minutes of music again. And then we end it off. Let's know. Don't forget, in the month of April 5th, we have the Money in the Pot Adult Football Tournament. 500 per team to register. And it's a 7-a-side tournament. Okay? And April 18th, the Under 12 Football Tournament. 600 per team to register, 7-a-side. And $10,000 in cash prizes to be won. Okay, we are the OPYC grounds in Orupun. Message us on the Facebook, Instagram, or call any of the number for any one of the heads for your radio or Orupun Youth Club, and you would be notified on events for the tournament. More information pertaining to the brunch.
Yeah.
Right? August 2nd, your radio food all-inclusive brunch. 300 female tickets.
Emancipation edition.
350 male tickets. Okay?
Don't come outside no fake leaf.
Nah. We're not promoting that.
Right, guys? So, Men's Motivational Monday. Yours truly, Young Verse. Selector Jerry K. in the building. I want to say thanks to Mr. Greenidge for being here tonight,
My
giving
pleasure.
his thoughts, his ideas. Hope we could have you again. I really enjoyed tonight.
Alright, cool.
I enjoyed tonight. I hope we could have you again. Right? Stay locked in for more things coming this week and coming on the whole for the whole of your radio podcast. Right? Shouts to Frank, Lab Creative, Lab Promotion. Right? We all doing this as one to make this something better, something better, and something for the youths.
Correct.
Okay? Don't feel it's just about us. It's all about the youths. Don't be afraid to comment and say you have a son, a daughter want to join the Lions team, the Lioness team, netball, football, any cricket.
We have cricket starting back soon.
Alright, cricket. Son.
Of course, we always want
Come on.
volunteers.
Right? Don't be ashamed and don't be afraid. We open. This is for the youths, and it's to build a better generation for the youths.
Definitely.
Right? So Jerry, I say we get them 5 minutes of music again and we out of here. Alright? Let's go.
My son was a good boy. Words of a mother.
Yeah, I like this studio select, Jerry. I like this one.
Leaning out on the corner. She's calling on Jesus' name, asking why did they kill him. My son was a gentle soul. He never do nobody nothing. Then a man shout, woman. His son went on a banging in a stolen vehicle. While you feel the next thing swing back, the boy killed 3 people. Speeding off at the scene he went on. A little girl get bounced down. Yet still she saying heads off the road for the ones who take she son.
See tonight.
I'm a good son. No get gunned down. Yeah. I'm a good son. No get gunned down. I know she crying out for justice. For she son who was a killer. Justice. A little notorious gangster. Justice. This boy was killing people. They used to call him Dr. Evil. Justice. For the real banger. Justice. For the #1 shutter. Justice. They say when he
Who enjoyed the vibes tonight?
they used to call him Gaza said,
Yeah.
me love you, need you in my life.
You see, men's motivational. We dealing with all the fellas tonight.
So why you never stay around too long? Why you never stay around too long?
Today you day out, tomorrow you gone. Today you day out, tomorrow you gone.
Why you never stay around too long? Why you never stay?
We change up the things that we're doing and the life that we're living in 2025. You see, tonight now we talk to them.
Baby, so many times I made you cry, baby. So many times I tell you lie, girl. But baby, I know my love for you.
It's so true. Let me tell you something about the love I have for you, baby.
Me do all heap of thing in the past. Still not afraid to tell us say me love you whenever you ask. I me them call the unruly boss, so you liable forget. But
And when I say I'm gonna treat you like how a man's supposed to, just believe me.
teach me to love you more each time when you
I say just believe me. Yeah, why?
floor. Oh man, me say me love you man, so no bust me off. Every time when I touch you, you a brush me off. Me feel for running on the road when time I bust a pass. But you're not mad me, baby. Girl, me say me love you man, so no bust me off. Every time when I touch you, you a brush me off. Me feel for running on the road when time I bust a
You
pass.
see the fellas and them who full of respect.
But mine I go kill them slow.
yeah.
Watch them all hope and pray so you not gonna make it.
Yeah.
But man make it and them see it and kill.
No matter how much you try to fight your radio lab promotion and lab creative, you see once Jerry and Young verse behind the set, you can't stop with. Yeah, why?
But mine I go kill them slowly. But mine I go kill them only. Take them away from good people. Broke them heart and left them lonely. But mine I go kill them slowly. Stress them out and leave them lonely. Take them away.
It's all the argument and tune this last 10 minutes, Jerry. Let me go.
And all the woman make it.
Oh,
No struggle feel.
tell me.
Do all of them.
I shout out my brother, I know.
Real now make them trick me and kill me. No way, you must be mad. Life are the greatest thing that me no left. Me no left, my God. Can't trick me and kill me. No way, you must be mad. Life are the greatest thing that me no left.
Tell me something again.
We done them already. We done them.
You can fight here what you want.
Money. All them a bring.
When I say Jerry and Young was taking over, this year we taking over.
I know them can't reach. Go and back up for your grandmother preach. Them a dope in the street and mistake. Go over they go beat and teach. Man drive with the fire thick panic car seat. Boy mouth full of concrete. So police I fight for years.
Selector Jerry K.
The family's body have to deep. See how some is beat and teach. So beat and teach. So beat and teach. Beat and teach. Beat and teach. Cassava.
In Jerry, I realize that I plenty men switch up, eh? When we start this thing and we start to make waves, plenty men switch up. You want to tell you tonight?
Alright. Me no have no fake blood. Me no know for sure fake love.
You see, anytime you don't power to right now, we don't want no link.
No change up. Alright. If you never talk to me last year, this year when you see me, keep the same energy. And if you never support the thing, don't clap when the win. Keep the same energy. You see me are the biggest seed that out the road, now you want.
Plenty men here is leeches, you know. They're only here for what you could provide to them. Yeah, what?
Keep the same energy. Success start show them watch our close. Like a them help the most. But disappear and ghost them can't compose. With dirty or clean clothes. Me only want real people around me.
If it's one thing, I grew up always talking to my father, and here one thing I just ask him.
Alright then, Father got you, my friend.
You liar. As a man, I always on my knees. You want to tell the father now?
Alright then, Father got you, my friends, please. Because we don't know all my enemies. I the one them will stand right beside you. And want to soak you like them a leech. So me ask God to protect me head.
In the streets, so loud.
All of me enemies.
Somebody sing tonight now.
Like, oh Father God,
please guide me from them bad mind people.
Ones them way up.
Yeah, we dealing with the bad mind them tonight. You see right now? Yeah, what we telling them again?
Yeah. Oh. One bag of gold medal pan me now. Champion boy, you know the damn thing. Pan a pour them a singing anthem to. Man, bombshell on the goddamn boy. That's where everybody get the champion boy. Rich gal in the Hamptons boy. The bush never made it the champion boy. Now man, I do my songsters boy. Flight every week me at the goddamn boy. Yeah, yeah. Just bust up by a mansion boy. Champion me at the champion boy. Yeah, yeah. I'm more no name and me, I'm more no fame and me no need no more hype. Me need a money come.
Yeah boy, shouts to all my real brothers them. I talking about that brotherly love. You understand? If I have it, I could call my brother and say, boy, deal with me this week, next week I have you. Yeah what?
Some advice, with some of them youth and never so frightened fit girl, every joints then get thing go wild. Me touch a girl, hurt apart, then you know my go a second round with me. Them not bad, some can't live the Caribbean, some can't want down.
Let me talk to my ladies and them right now now.
Baby, we gon' fly tonight. Just me and you, girl, we getting high tonight.
You see tonight, what I want to do?
We gonna make love under the influence. Making love under the influence. Yeah, we loving to know. Under the influence. Baby, what an experience. Yeah. Every mom love getting coffee, stop love getting coffee, stop.
Not so nice,
When you just get up.
nothing not nice like you.
Not so nice. You could have money left tomorrow, we not give a fuck.
I said nothing not good as you. Let me play some tune for the ladies and them not Jerry. Them know how we tell the story. Yeah, yeah.
Them not life so good. Nah. Them want you die.
Yeah, boy, it has some men don't know how fire come from, you know, and they love to talk, you know.
They don't admit them crush you.
You see, once you don't know my journey,
Get a you. They know how you tell the story. They wanna hide the thing in the dark. Kill with them, we are talking true.
money and no nothing you fi pray. Body language I do with it. Doctor Miami do you can never afraid. Look round when you're right. Make your jaw get divided.
Yeah, let me play some tune for the people them.
You no listen to me right.
Young verse Jerry K in the building.
Girl get jealous.
Jerry, we have 5 minutes again.
But she can't do it like you. Tell you full ability. And she can't whine like you.
Can I see you with me? Hey, bang on me, say proper deal.
You see you?
Come back here, blue that hit me, girl. You want me weirdo?
You liar.
Give you some type of love and make you feel immaculate. You say that.
You see what you guys just do to me, Gil?
You love, you want me weirdo.
Baby Bendo, bless me. Baby, why you tempting me?
Yeah.
She tell me, baby, can you give me?
What to do now?
Baby, how you move so dangerous? Do you know you are dangerous, babe? Baby, when you...
She tell me, come and check she home. Where was she want now?
You blessing me. Baby, why you blessing me? Baby, why you blessing me? Baby, why you
when I walk in the room, yeah, what she say now?
Baby, why you blessing me? Baby, why?
She say, young verse, no long talk. This is what I want you to do right now.
Bless me, baptize me. Me love you, then I like Gila. Bless me, baptize me. Bless me, baptize me. Bless me, baptize me. Bless me, baptize me.
She want me.
Baptize me.
Wow.
She no wanna love now, she just want, yeah, face down with her rap. And she ride the body long like she don't want stop. When she go out, big butt talk. This no bro. She no wanna love just. So me love the way she call me name. Say she only feel pleasure, she never feel no pain. Say she would never love her man the same. Me a give her 10 rounds, she a tell me fi come again. Me a the man. Say she want enough attention, but her man she can't depend on my ride my. She get satisfaction cause she love the way it an option. Can't hold it like a man, he can sing all night. She not stop it up my line, come alright. Feel down and the pillow back shot she like, but on her over. Leave her up tonight, she like the marijuana, love her right.
Yes, guys. Keep locked in every single day.
Would I be your type to me maga?
Your radio.
Oh, nah. Yeah.
Each and every day we try to be locked in right here at your radio podcast. Tonight it's about Men's Motivational Monday.
Yeah.
Yours truly, Young Verse, Selector Jerry K. We was here tonight.
Me, I know get time I did.
Shouts to Mr. Greenidge. Shouts to everybody who on the YouTube live right now. We have about 2 minutes again. We're just gonna play some tune, and that's how we're signing out the segment for tonight.
Sabi girl know they too like dog. Animals they in human form.
Don't forget, guys. Money in the Pot football tournament, April 5th, 500 per team to register. It's a 7-a-side. And April 18th, the under 12 tournament, 600 per team to register, 7-a-side. We heading at the OPYC grounds at Europool Gardens. Make it a date, don't be late. Link up with your teams, register from early. We have a lot of prizes and a lot of things to give away. Yours truly, Young Verse, alongside Selector Jerry K. We will be your personnel for that day live. Okay? So come out, bring the kids, bring the family, most importantly, bring your team and come out to have some fun. Okay? Don't forget to also August 2nd, the food all-inclusive brunch, your radio, right? It's an emancipation edition. Best dress winning something female and best dress male winning something also. Right, Jerry? Let me get them a minute again of this music and then let me get out of here.
Yeah. I am hard if I be honest. She in control, she feel on it. Me patrona call me down. You like this, I like in my love. I love in your love.
I wanna show you off.
She really good.
Hey, that girl.
She really my favorite girl. I'm loving the way you twirl. You twirl in the Maybach. She really good. Hey, this girl. She really my favorite girl. I'm loving the way you twirl.